Starting off with number 1 on the list, we have the car wash. So you most likely didn't even know that there was a car wash in GTA Online. So for some reason there actually is one, but it is completely useless in my opinion, because what is the point of cleaning your vehicle in GTA Online? You could literally just call in your mechanic to request your vehicle again, and then your car will be as good as new. Also, the car wash wouldn't work for me for some reason in the beginning of the clip, because the pop-up would take like 30 hours for it to show up. So overall, I'm pretty confident that not a single person uses this feature often, let alone uses the car wash feature at all. I mean, sure, it is useful if you want to roleplay in GTA Online and maybe pretend that it is real life, but besides that instance, there's really no point in using this. I have literally never seen one single person use the car wash. Maybe it was used back in the day when GTA Online was relatively new, but I'm not sure. So number 2 on the list is going to be the ATM machines. Now basically, this is something that almost nobody does, unless if they want to withdraw more than $1 million. Now for some reason, we can withdraw up to $10 million using the ATMs, but on our phone, we can only withdraw a maximum of $1 million. So that is the only instance where I would see people using the ATM machines. Also, in case you didn't already know, or if you're new to GTA Online, if you open up your phone and go to the Money and Services tab, you should see a Maze Bank website which will allow you to do it all from your phone, which means that you will not need to run to the ATM constantly just to deposit some money. So that should save you a lot of time if you haven't already known about this method. Also, there are still some new players to GTA Online and they don't even know that you can do this. Alright, so moving on to our next spot on the list. Number 3 on the list is going to be calling other players' cell phones. Now if you head over to contacts and select the player's name, you'll actually be able to call their in-game phone. Now this feature is pretty useless, and let me tell you why. Well, no one ever is going to pick up the phone. As you should see in the gameplay, the people will always hang up. You would have a higher chance of getting struck by lightning than waiting for someone to pick up on the phone. Also, I don't know if this is available on PC, but I do know that it's available on console, and nobody even uses it. But in order for you to actually speak to the other players, you'll need to have voice chat enabled for it to work. But don't even bother wasting your time trying this out, because it clearly doesn't work for some reason. But yeah, have you guys ever even tried calling other players in GTA Online? Leave a comment if you've tried to do it, and let me know if it's worked out for you. But yeah, I can pretty much guarantee that nobody does this in GTA Online. Maybe if the people have messaging disabled, then maybe this will be useful, but then again, people will never pick up. Moving on to the next spot on the list, number 4 is browsing the internet on a laptop inside of your businesses. Now let's be honest, no one does this because it is inconvenient, and there's absolutely zero reason to ever do this because we already have access to an in-game phone, so we can browse the internet on the phone. So who in their right mind is going to drive all the way to their apartment and access this laptop just to purchase one vehicle? Yeah, absolutely nobody. It doesn't make sense, and it will be a big waste of time to do it, since you literally can do it on your cell phone. Why did Rockstar Games even add this feature to GTA Online? I just think this serves zero purpose whatsoever. Now the only reason I think this could be useful is if your button that you use to open up your phone to access the internet is broken for whatever reason. Then this is the only time this would actually be helpful. But yeah, what are the odds of your phone's internet not working? Probably slim to none. But yeah, let's talk about the next one on the list. So number 5 on the list is following rules while driving. Now everyone who plays GTA Online will essentially speed through the streets of Los Santos, so no one will drive legally. Now of course you may do it once in a blue moon, but no one consistently does it, due to the fact that if you drive safely and follow the law, you'll notice that it will take like 5 hours just to get around the map. So yeah, there's literally no point in driving legally. Now the only instance I can think is when you are trying to roleplay in GTA Online. Now imagine if GTA made you drive safe and you couldn't speed, and if you did speed, then you'd be pulled over by the cops. Yeah, that would be pretty annoying, so that's good that we don't have that in GTA Online. But yeah, if you do drive safe and legally, don't take offense to this. This is just simply my list and my opinions. Okay, so number 6 on the list is calling Lester to locate a vehicle. Now this was actually used back then as a money glitch back in the day, but yeah, now nobody does that because there's actually ways to make money. So if for some reason you wanted to locate a car or another vehicle, you can go to your contacts and call Lester to locate a car for you. Now this doesn't really work properly because when I requested a vehicle, it randomly just disappeared out of thin air, which I think is pretty strange. But why would you ever attempt to do this? I mean, who doesn't have a personal vehicle? Well, maybe if you need a helicopter for a daily objective, then you can call Lester just to request one. But this feature is pretty inconsistent, so you can't really depend on this to work as intended. Also, when I requested a vehicle, they sent in a limousine. Out of all the vehicles in the game, they gave me a slow limo, like with a top speed of 2 miles per hour. I mean, really? This is basically equivalent to them giving me a school bus, since both of them are pretty slow at driving. But yeah, nobody uses this feature in GTA Online. But moving on to the next one on the list. Number 7 on the list is purchasing the transportation upgrade inside of your bunker. Now this is a complete waste of money. Even though it's not a lot, you're still spending like $100,000 for a vehicle that will only go 5 miles per hour. Believe it or not, it is actually faster to run on foot instead of using this slow mobile. So don't even try to buy this because it's literally quicker to run, which is weird since shouldn't a vehicle be faster than walking? But in this case it's not. Another thing about this vehicle is that it always gets stuck on stuff inside of your bunker. And this vehicle isn't even that big, so how is it getting stuck on other objects inside of your bunker? I don't know, but that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But whatever you do, don't even waste your time buying this off-brand golf cart. They're so slow and they're not even worth purchasing. And 9 times out of 10, you'll literally never use it. Actually, make that 100% of the time. Number 8 on the list is going to be the Simian missions. Now, I'm not talking about the contact missions from Simian. I'm talking about where you have to steal a high-end vehicle and then you'll automatically receive a wanted level. Now, the game will tell you to drive to the nearest Los Santos customs to fix up the car and deliver it to the docks. Now, let me be honest. Nobody does this because it's not worth the time and effort to do it. Now, you do make $20,000 if you deliver the car to the docks inside of the garage, but it is still not really worth doing since there are much better ways to make money in GTA Online. So if you still do this method to earn money, then you may want to consider looking for a more updated way to make money in GTA. Since people used to do this method way back in the early days of GTA Online, but now this is very obsolete and you'll never see people doing this. Okay, so moving on to our number 9 spot on the list, which is going to be the bed. Now this quite literally has zero purpose, unlike other items on this list, like you can kind of use them, but this you can't really do anything with it, and it remains useless for the simple fact that there is zero incentive for using this feature. Like if Rockstar Games added so that you can heal your character by sleeping in a bed, or your character will be stronger if they were well rested, then it would actually be kind of worth doing. I don't know, they could have done something with this. But yeah, the only way I can think of why this bed can partially help you is when you buy the upgrades to sleep inside of your property. Now the good news is that you will always be able to set your spawn location to that specific business. So that is literally the only reason whatsoever that our GTA Online character will ever use this bed. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about something even more useless, which brings us to the last spot on the list. At number 10, we have the music locker. Now there's literally no reason to go inside of this, other than when you purchase your Kosaka to start the Cayo Perico heist. And that only happens when the game forces you to go inside of here. But after that, I haven't been inside of here since Cayo Perico came out, and I honestly forgot about it. It seems like they only added this feature just to get in the way. The weird thing about this is that this is a watered down nightclub, just with less space and a worse version. But the only thing you can do here is basically just, like the name implies, dance and listen to music. But why even go here when you can go to your nightclub? Rockstar Games could have made this into a business, but for some reason they chose not to do that, and then nothing ended up happening afterwards, which caused the music locker to be dead on arrival, and no new updates have happened ever since. But anyways, those are the top 10 things that no one does or uses in GTA Online. We finally reached 600 subscribers as of yesterday, June 16th, and we just passed 500 subs a week ago, so we are growing super fast. I know I keep saying this, but I greatly appreciate the support from all you guys lately. Thank you so much for all the people who have been subscribing, commenting, and liking the video. You guys mean so much to me. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a comment down below, and that's the end of the video.